Welcome to Amazimals, where animal wisdom transforms your life. Today we're exploring one of nature's most remarkable planning specialists, the honeybee. These tiny architects don't just survive winter, they thrive through it by implementing sophisticated preparation strategies months in advance. By the end of this video, you'll discover 3 extraordinary preparation strategies that allow bees to overcome winter's challenges, and how you can apply these same principles to prepare for and navigate your own life's inevitable winters. Imagine facing months of complete resource scarcity, no food, freezing temperatures, and constant threats from predators and disease. For most insects, winter is simply unsurvivable. They either migrate, enter suspended animation, or die off, leaving only eggs to restart in spring. Yet honeybees take a radically different approach. Instead of shutting down, they maintain an active colony throughout winter, keeping their hive at a precise 95 degrees Fahrenheit, even when outside temperatures plummet below freezing. They continue raising young, maintaining their home, and even producing honey, all without access to flowers or external resources. What's remarkable is that this winter survival isn't a last-minute reaction to cold weather. It's the result of sophisticated preparation that begins months earlier. A multi-stage planning process that transforms summer abundance into winter resilience. So, how do these tiny insects plan so effectively for predictable challenges? And more importantly, what can their extraordinary foresight teach us about preparing for our own inevitable periods of scarcity and challenge? The first remarkable strategy of honeybees is their resource transformation. The ability to convert abundant but perishable resources into concentrated, long-lasting reserves. During summer abundance, honeybees don't simply consume or store nectar in its raw form. Instead, they transform it through a sophisticated biochemical process, adding enzymes, reducing water content, and creating honey, a substance that can remain viable for literally thousands of years. What's fascinating is the efficiency of this transformation. It takes about 12 bees their entire lifetime to produce a single teaspoon of honey. Yet a healthy colony produces far more than they need for immediate consumption, creating strategic reserves specifically designed for future scarcity. Even more impressive is their storage system. The hexagonal honeycomb structure maximizes storage capacity while minimizing building materials. The honey is sealed with wax caps, creating perfect preservation conditions that prevent spoilage even over extended periods. In our own lives, we often experience periods of abundance, whether financial, emotional, or opportunity-based. The bee teaches us the importance of resource transformation, converting temporary abundance into long-term resilience. This means developing what financial experts call resource conversion, the practice of transforming perishable assets into durable ones. Rather than simply consuming abundances when they appear, strategic transformation means processing them into forms that retain value through scarcity. Whether you're managing finances, building relationships, or developing skills, bee-like resource transformation helps you convert temporary abundances into lasting reserves. This is how you prepare for inevitable winters long before the first frost appears. The second extraordinary strategy of honeybees is their population adaptation, the way they strategically modify their community composition in anticipation of changing conditions. As summer transitions to fall, honeybees begin producing what biologists call winter bees, physically different from summer bees with larger bodies, enhanced fat reserves, and specialized proteins that extend their lifespan from 6 weeks to over 6 months. What's remarkable is the precision of this transition. The colony doesn't switch all at once. Instead, they create an optimal overlap, maintaining enough summer bees to continue resource gathering while gradually building up winter specialists who will carry the colony through the challenging months ahead. Even more striking is their resource allocation. As winter approaches, the colony systematically removes drones male bees who consume resources but don't contribute to winter survival. This isn't random cruelty, but strategic reallocation of limited resources toward those who will contribute most to collective survival. In our own lives and organizations, we often maintain fixed structures regardless of changing conditions. The bee teaches us the importance of population adaptation, strategically modifying our teams and systems in anticipation of changing requirements. This means developing what organizational experts call structural flexibility, the ability to reconfigure teams and roles based on anticipated challenges rather than current comfort. Rather than maintaining fixed structures, structural flexibility means building the specific capabilities needed for upcoming conditions. Whether you're leading an organization, managing a family, or even restructuring your own skill set, bee-like population adaptation helps you build the specific capabilities needed for anticipated challenges. This is how you create resilient systems that can withstand predictable disruptions. The third remarkable capability of honeybees is their behavioral thermoregulation, the way they collectively create and maintain optimal conditions despite external extremes. When winter temperatures drop, honeybees form what's called a winter cluster, a tight ball of bees with the queen at the center. Bees on the outside create insulation while those inside generate heat by shivering their flight muscles without moving their wings. What's fascinating is the sophisticated rotation system they implement. No bee remains on the cold outer layer too long. Instead, they continuously rotate positions, ensuring that the workload of heat generation and the risk of cold exposure are evenly distributed throughout the colony. Even more impressive is the precision of their regulation. Studies show they maintain the cluster core at exactly 95 degrees Fahrenheit, the optimal temperature for bee survival and brood development. Too cold and they perish, too hot and they waste precious energy reserves. In our own lives, we often face environments that aren't naturally conducive to our well-being or productivity. The bee teaches us the power of behavioral thermoregulation, collectively creating optimal conditions despite external challenges. This means developing what psychologists call environmental generation, the ability to create internal conditions that support thriving regardless of external circumstances. Rather than being victims of your environment, environmental generation means actively creating the conditions you need through behavioral choices. Whether you're maintaining team morale during organizational challenges, preserving family stability during difficult times, or protecting your own psychological well-being during personal winters, bee-like behavioral thermoregulation helps you create islands of optimal functioning even in the midst of challenging circumstances. What makes the honeybee's winter preparation truly remarkable is how these three strategies work together as an integrated system. Resource transformation provides the necessary reserves, population adaptation creates the right capabilities, and behavioral thermoregulation maintains optimal conditions for utilizing both. When we apply these same principles in our lives, we develop what resilience researchers call anticipatory resilience. The ability to prepare for challenges long before they arrive rather than merely responding to them when they appear. Think about the inevitable winters in your own life, whether financial downturns, health challenges, or periods of isolation and difficulty. With bee-like resource transformation, you convert temporary abundances into lasting reserves. With population adaptation, you build the specific capabilities needed for anticipated challenges. And with behavioral thermoregulation, you create optimal internal conditions despite external circumstances. This is the profound wisdom the honeybee offers us, not just reacting to winters when they arrive, but systematically preparing for them during times of abundance, ensuring that periods of scarcity become opportunities for utilizing reserves rather than crises of survival. The next time you experience a period of abundance in your life, whether financial resources, social connection, or personal energy, remember the honeybee. Remember that life moves in cycles of abundance and scarcity, and that true resilience comes not from hoping winters won't arrive, but from systematically preparing for them during summer's plenty. By transforming perishable resources into lasting reserves, building the specific capabilities needed for anticipated challenges, and creating optimal conditions despite external circumstances, you too can transform inevitable winters from survival crises into periods of sustainable thriving. This has been Amazimals, where animal wisdom transforms your life. If you found value in these insights, please like this video, share it with someone who could benefit from better preparation strategies, and subscribe for more animal-inspired life lessons. Until next time, remember, every animal has wisdom worth discovering. How do you prepare for life's inevitable winters? Share in the comments below, and let's learn from each other's strategies.